Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, or whenever you're getting to watch this episode of The Radke Show.
Guess who's feeling better? He ain't great, he'll tell you. He will tell you, I'm not 100%. I can't tell you the number of times he has said that to me. Hey, David, could you help me bring in I'm not 100%. Hey, David, could you walk over here and show me? Melissa, I would, but I'm not 100%.
My question is, are you ever 100%? Have you ever been 100%?
I'm not 100% right now. And I'm going to tell you what, I don't feel bad. I don't feel one bit sick. And that's saying something because he has blown into my face for 3 days with this sickness.
I really have no idea how you're not sick.
I know. Yesterday, I was sitting at my desk.
Plus that episode on Saturday before we knew I was sick. What is it?
And we're out. I can't go down any further. I won't be able to get back up. All right. Here's the deal. To the people who said I look drunk, first of all, rude. Let me tell you guys something. Are we right on time?
Pretty close.
I hate being right on time.
Pretty close.
Okay, I slept all night with my sheets untucked. Well, the devil's here. Satan came. Hope y'all are happy. That's so weird to me. I thought about it last night when we crawled into bed. I thought about it, and I thought, may you bring hell and brimstone down on those homes so people are leaving their sheets untucked at the end.
But we can't say that because I would say it was pretty evenly split.
Oh, it was not.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty even. Most of the time, I feel like we're in the majority, but I think it was kind of split.
That is so bizarre to me.
As you can see, we kind of teased it yesterday that we might talk political, but today is the day we're going to talk political. Melissa is finally announcing who she is voting for in this election, who she's endorsing.
I'm gonna tell y'all want to know something? We can talk politics for 1 second. This is about as far as we're gonna get. Is it weird? Yesterday we asked questions. Who sleeps with their closet door open? Do you sleep with your sheets tucked or untucked? If you are married, or even if you're not, you live with someone, you have a fiance, or you live with your parents, whatever. Do you tell your significant other? And if you're not married, let your significant other, for the status of this, be your best friend. Do you tell your significant other who you're voting for? Yes or no? Do they know who you're voting for? Why do y'all probably think that's a very odd question, but I never have told David. Yes. Absolutely not. We are polar opposite. That's very interesting, Kim. Good for you. Yes, no, says L. Cryer. 100%. Okay, first of all, that's my best friend. My very best friends in the world. Get off. We know you put 100.
And I don't even know. I didn't even know she knew we did this. I didn't
even know she voted. 100% yes, of course. Diane, don't say of course. Don't say of course. You're saying it like this. Yes, of course. David does not know who I am voting for.
Go ahead.
And he does not know in the last election or the election before that.
But I feel like this is very interesting. I feel like if I ask you, like point blank, if I ask you to tell me, I feel like you would, and you may go, no, I wouldn't. But I feel like you would, but I don't know why.
I'm sorry, what now?
I feel like if I ask you to tell me.
Like if we walked out of the voting booth and you said, who'd you vote for?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if I ask you, you would tell me, like you're not trying to keep a secret or something. But it is kind of a.
God knows I know who he's voting.
It's kind of a personal thing. But I feel like you would tell me if you.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
If I ask you,
I wouldn't.
I feel like you would.
I wouldn't, and I'm not gonna. And don't ask me. I think it's private. That said, y'all, That's about as much politics as we talk. So don't get scared of this going somewhere. It ain't. But I will say this. So Remy's 18. This is her first year to vote in an election. Be afraid, America. She ain't asked us one question. And I've never seen her sat down in front of CNN or Fox or read a newspaper. They still have those?
I'm thankful that it just the way or at least our high school, they take government their senior year. So I am thankful that she's in government this semester. So maybe she's got a little more insight. But anyway,
Amy thinks it's weird that I don't tell because your significant other is your safe space. That's what she just said. I think you're weird for taking this to a level. I don't need him to be my safe space. In this. Yes, I do. And he is. Couple goals. I don't need that for this. Anyway, so we were sitting on the couch the other night, knowing full well he does not know who I'm voting for.
Sue says, yes, I cannot be unequally yoked politically. I don't think that is scriptural.
How do you know if that's what I'm saying though, Suze? The man you're married to might not be the man for you because you just said I can't be unequally yoked politically, but maybe you could be. Maybe there's a man out there you never should have told who you're voting for, and he shouldn't have told you, and y'all could have made mad, passionate love for the next 30 years.
Elizabeth said years ago she went with her grandma and they voted together, and they knew they canceled out each other's votes. See, if
I don't know why I think that's hysterical.
But so. Here's a question. If they talked about it in advance and just said, hey, let's just go get breakfast. I know what I'm going to vote and you're going to vote. So we're going to cancel each other out. Let's just go get breakfast instead of doing this. I do not endorse that. I do think we all have a civil duty.
Can I get back to Remy?
Vote,
so listen to this, y'all. So Remy's sitting on the couch the other night and I said, I paused a political commercial came on and I paused the television. I said, hey, Remy, I wanted to ask you, would you like to talk about the election coming up? You've not asked us any questions. And she went, no. And I said, do you know who's running? And she said, I do. And I said, okay, well, do you know who you're voting for? And she said, yeah, I think I do. And I said, who? And she goes, I'm not going to tell. You don't tell. And I went like this. But I'm your mother and you should tell me. And I got so upset. And y'all, for the last 48 hours, I've been trying to pull it out of her, knowing full well I'm not going to tell her. I'm not going to tell him. I've been pulling it out of her. It makes me so mad. And I said to her, how do you even know where you stand on certain issues? And this is where I need y'all to get a pen and a piece of paper. You're going to want to write this down. How do you even know where you stand on certain issues? And she said, because I went to Addison's slumber party on Friday night and we all discussed it. And now I'd like to sing a song for you called Be Afraid. Be very afraid.
Be afraid.
Because this generation coming up is deciding
they don't know what's up.
At slumber
parties,
everywhere.
political talks. All right. There is your political insight, your political encouragement. We hope that we were able to answer all your questions, give you some encouragement in which way, if you were on the fence, which way to go.
Hope I helped.
There you go.
Y'all, today is the day that we like to talk about what we're watching, what we're reading, what we're listening to.
Can I say one thing that I'm going to be watching and one thing I'm going to be listening to before we get started? Can
I just tell them, first of all, that what he's about to tell y'all is the reason why I look like this. Y'all may say to yourself, you probably do. Y'all may say to yourself, dang, Melissa's makeup looks good. Thank you. It's from yesterday. I always wash my face before bed, and I didn't even do that yesterday because I was spent emotionally. And that's why I look like this. I look a little bit like if John Madden and Adele had a baby. Okay. I know what I look like, and it ain't pretty. And this is why I look like this. You're going to see me later on this afternoon. I'm going to look glorious. Tell him, David. Tell him. Tell him, David.
What am I going to be telling him?
And then I'm going to tell y'all what Annette said yesterday at lunch. But You said something you're going to be watching today.
Today, this
Don't
afternoon,
talk like that. It freaks me out.
today at 2 p.m., Melissa is hosting a free webinar called Page Turner. It's going to be absolutely amazing. She's been working on it just nonstop, extremely hard, actually the last several weeks or even months, and it is going to be incredible. So you have two opportunities, actually, today at 2 p.m. or tomorrow at 11 a.m. The link is in the copy, as well as I just posted it in the comments, so it's an easy click. So if you are not registered yet for either today at 2 p.m. or tomorrow at 11 a.m. for Melissa's totally free webinar called Page Turner, do not miss out. That is the thing to watch.
Oh, Jesus.
Seriously, it's going to be. I've got a little peek inside look, and it's going to be incredible. It is going to be well worth your time.
I'm going to answer Margaret's question. We have a question. Miss Margaret wrote this question, and I'm going to answer this, and then we're not going to talk about it again. But she was talking about the politics thing, and she said, "Why do you not tell? I don't understand that logic." And I wanted to say this, Miss Margaret. I am a very outgoing person. I'm very gregarious. I'm a 7 on the Enneagram scale. I'm a golden retriever. Okay? Love me. Let's play. Let's have a good time. But one of the things that I have grown up with my entire life is I'm easily swayed and influenced. And I have a hard time putting my thoughts and what I feel in my heart into words sometimes. I know that's crazy to y'all because you're like, but you talk every single day. But on deep thoughts, sometimes I can't get my words.
I wouldn't say deep thought. I would say on political things, or maybe
sometimes religious things.
Yeah.
I don't form my words very good. And what I have learned, I know myself very well. And what I have learned as I've grown up is that people easily sway me. And I don't want them to anymore. So I don't discuss it. I don't talk about it. Because I am steady in my heart and I don't want to be swayed on the outside. That's my reason. And it's really it's really worked well for me for the last probably 12 years. And I think you just get to a point where you know yourself really well. And I don't talk about it with friends or anything like that, or even Dave, because if anybody can convince me and sway me, it's him, because I adore every inch of him. So that's the reason why.
And in fairness, I am right about 98% of the time. So,
you guys, today is the day that we talk about all the things, what we're watching and all this. Okay, well, we've been busy getting ready for this webinar. So honestly, we haven't been watching a ton of TV, which some of y'all should be so happy about. Because whenever we talk about TV, what do? I don't know how y'all watch it.
what is it?
Y'all not have anything going on. Y'all must not have a lot going on because y'all just watch so much TV. No, we don't. We lay in bed just like all of y'all and we watch stuff. But we haven't had a ton of time. So I only have 2 shows to talk. Still, some of y'all are like, I don't even have 1 show to talk about, Melissa, and you got 2? Yes, I do. I've got 2 shows to talk about, and they are both wonderful. Wonderful. Now, y'all, the first one I'm going to talk about, I'm going to be so upset if I already talked about it. I hope to goodness I didn't. I don't think I did. I got to watch the sneak peek of Matlock with Kathy Bates. So it doesn't actually start until this Sunday night, I believe it is, or Thursday night.
The 17th, I believe. So no, so
I thought it
that'll
was
be
the 12th.
next Thursday
On CBS. But I got to watch a sneak peek, and you guys, it is wonderful. It is so good. And I was not at all looking forward to it. I think I've watched 3 episodes of an old Matlock. Okay. It is so good. And I'm going to tell you something. There's a twist. Watch to the very end. Okay. There's a little twist at the end, which makes it all the more perplexing. So I made David watch it with me. And what did you think?
Oh, I really liked it. I mean, I kind of like Matlock as a kid. Mm-hmm.
I could see y'all all sitting around watching Matlock.
Yeah, so I kind of liked it as a kid. So I mean, it doesn't. There's a little element of it that's kind of Matlock-esque or whatever, but it's like Melissa said, it's got a cool twist, and Kathy Bates is so good in it. She's so cute. I'd
call Kathy Bates a lot of things. A fabulous actress, enigmatic, if you will. I wouldn't call her cute. I don't think Kathy Bates is a cute woman. I think Sally Field is a cute woman.
I don't know. Her personality to me makes her.
She is in this. Cute. I will admit she is in this.
So I mean, I would highly recommend it. You can find the CBS and Paramount are the same thing basically. You can find it on Paramount Plus. The one episode they've released, and then the 17th is the when more episodes come out. So
okay, so so help me if you've given me something. All right, I really like that one. So check it out. It's going to be coming out on CBS. Now to something that David watches continuously every Saturday for hours on end.
That would be football, I would assume.
SEC. Do you watch NEC or ABC or FEC or EEC football?
Okay, none of those are a thing.
What, Big Ten football? Do you watch that?
Only if Big Ten is playing SEC would I watch Big Ten.
Okay.
I'm not a...
Tell the people about it. I take a little nap.
Yes, I'm a very big SEC fan. I'll occasionally watch some Big 12. Again, most of the time it's going to be if they're playing an SEC school. But man, this last Saturday was crazy. People getting knocked off. Vanderbilt, which is always considered like the lowest in the SEC, beating Alabama, the number one team in the country, was crazy. But there were also some other upsets. I love seeing A&M just destroy Missouri.
Did you happen to hear what Vanderbilt did after the game?
With the goalpost?
No. Oh. What they played on repeat on the screens. They played a 4-second clip of Nick Saban over and over and over as those kids tore down that field goal.
Oh, was it where he said Vanderbilt's the easiest place to play in the SEC?
I get nervous everywhere we play in the SEC unless it's Vanderbilt. I get nervous everywhere we play in the SEC unless it's Vanderbilt. Over and over and over. And that just fueled them up even more. Because I told David, how do you tear down a metal goalpost? I'm not kidding. Like, how do you do that? I don't understand that. I mean, I was like, are they made of rubber? Like, eventually they'll just butt? I mean, they're metal. Aren't they concreted into the ground?
I don't think they are because, sometimes football fields are repurposed for a concert or a graduation or something like that. So I believe they're
Disney on Ice.
I believe they're, somewhat easily taken out, But if you didn't know, Vanderbilt took the goalpost out and then they walked it all the way down from West. I don't know if you're familiar with Nashville, Vanderbilt's kind of in the West End area. They walked it all the way down like to Broadway and then all the way down to the river. What is that? Got to be at least 3 miles, something like
I've
that.
Ever walked it. The only easy place to play in the SEC is Vanderbilt. That's what he said.
Yeah.
That'll be the last thing he ever says.
So,
hey,
anyway,
what is your prediction on OU Texas?
I think it's going to be good. Of course, OU is kind of not slipping up. They're sneaking up in the rankings. So they're better than some people gave them credit at the beginning of the year. But Texas is number one for a reason. They're a really
Arch
good.
Manning.
They're a really good. Well, he won't be playing this weekend. I don't believe. I haven't seen that for sure, but I don't unless it's like But Quinn Ewers is an incredible quarterback, and they're gonna let him. I mean, he'll be their captain this year. Now Arch is going to be really good, but it'll be in the next.
What's your
year,
prediction?
So. Texas.
Okay.
Texas.
There we go.
I do think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but they'll win by at least a touchdown. But yeah. So.
All right. Yay. All right. Moving on.
What is WPS Go Hogs? Is that Woo Pig Suey?
I hope not. I hope it's not.
Woo, Big Suey. Go
I
ahead.
hope it's not. Terry Vincent, what does that mean? I don't want it to mean that. We are taking Remy to go see the University of Arkansas on November the 1st. And I refuse to let my daughter grow up yelling, Pig Suey, go Hogs. I don't want her to.
I didn't mention that. Now I'm a pretty big Tennessee fan. But
it means woo Pig Suey.
It does. Okay. I'm a pretty big Tennessee fan, but I have to admit, Arkansas Razorbacks beat Tennessee this last weekend, which was a big upset because Tennessee was number 4. So just shout out to them.
Are you still talking about it? Because I didn't give Kathy Bates this amount of time.
I just felt
okay. Don't do it again. Yeah. All right. Listen, you guys. I don't know what show Adam Brody was ever on before he was on No One Wants This on Netflix. But where has he been all my life? Is anybody else watching No One Wants This with Adam Brody and Kristen Bell on Netflix? Because what in the world, if all the rabbis looked like that and acted like that, I would be going to a rabbi church. Wasn't
Adam Brody on that show Remy loved, and then y'all stayed at the hotel?
Move your hand, because you just oh, okay, you just can't. I was gonna say you just hit a comment and I was wanting to see what it was. Didn't Adam Brody what? Hey,
wasn't Adam Brody on that show?
I don't know. I'm looking to see.
Why am I blanking on what that is?
I don't know.
The hotel you stayed at in New York.
Gossip Girl. I don't know if Adam Brody. I never watched Gossip Girl. Remy did.
Oh, I thought you watched it with Remy. Okay.
No. So what was Adam Brody on? Oh, maybe he was on the Gilmore Girls. I don't know. Elizabeth, you didn't think? Oh, he was on Gilmore Girls.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I didn't remember that. But I do think that there was something else that he was on that he got pretty popular on. Does anybody know? The OC? The OC and the OC. Okay, that's what we're hearing. I never watched it. Okay, I'm going to talk to y'all about No One Wants This. So he's a rabbi. She's a Gentile. Essentially, that's all you need to know. Okay, and they fall in love. I'm not. I'm on episode 3, and I think there's 10. I just finished episode 3. Y'all, those of you who have watched it, tell me this. That scene where they are on the street and they've just finished, they were eating ice cream, I think, and he sits their ice cream down and and she says, don't you think we should just kiss goodbye since we're never going to see each other again? Was that kiss electric? 50 years old and I'm watching rabbis kiss in the street. What is going on?
We're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue.
Y'all, did y'all not think it was passionate? I honestly thought Dax Shepard should be scared because that was a kiss. Y'all are saying the kiss, OMG, yes, it was fire. I thought that too, and I'm a Gentile. Hold on. Am I a Gentile? I'm a Gentile. I don't know what that means. How do you know I'm not a Philistine? What am I, David? I'm a Gentile. Maybe that's why I thought it was so hot. Maybe these rabbis been holding on to something we didn't know about. I thought it was something. I thought there was chemistry. He's as cute as can be. Cute as can be.
And he's been on several things. He was on the OC. Mm-hmm. Also, Jennifer's Body. I don't know what that is. Gilmore Girls.
David, I know that you're looking
Mr.
at
and Mrs.
pictures.
Smith. He's been on several.
I want you to look at him now, though. Now, I want you to imagine this is your rabbi, and he is funny. How do you feel about that?
Funny rabbi.
Rabbi got it going on. Okay? I bet there's a lot of people in rabbi churches that are like, I'm going to tell you right now, that's a lie. That's not what our rabbi looks like. I don't know. So I really like that one. So Matlock and No One Wants This on Netflix. Those are my two. You got a second one?
Do I have a second one?
You don't. I know what you're watching, and you're not watching anything
Okay.
else. Y'all, I wanted to tell y'all before we move on to books that yesterday we had lunch with Gene and Annette, my parents. And we sat out on the patio of a restaurant for 2 solid hours and had lunch with them. Laughed, cut up. It was glorious. It was wonderful. And I was so glad to be with my parents on Pretty Day and just had a nice time. But my mother, we started talking about television shows. And my mother said, Melissa, Melba wants to come over. Her sister. Melba wants to come over and watch Matlock with me. I think she thinks that I like old women in shows or old women shows. And I don't know that I do, Melissa. But I'm going to watch it with her just to shut her up about it. Hold on. And then she said, and you told me to watch Grace and Frankie. And I'm going to tell you something. Your daddy and I, we don't know what you've got us into. She said this. We don't know what you've got us into. And my dad said, now I've watched about 4 episodes of this. Let me get this straight. They were men working together at a law firm and they left their wives to marry each other. And I said, well, if you haven't figured that out after 4 episodes, Dad, the intro is literally a wedding cake where the brides fall off and the men get together. And he said, that doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to leave Jane Fonda for Sam Waterston. I'm not going to leave Jane Fonda. And then my mom said this. And that brings up another thing. Melissa, do you think that I look like Jane Fonda? Do you think I look like Jane Fonda? Because Melba says I remind her of Kathy Bates, and then in the next breath, she'll say I remind her of Jane Fonda. And I don't see where those 2 women have anything in common.
Just the Kathy.
Condom. I said condom. Kind and common, and it came out.
Just the Kathy Bates with the axe. Wasn't she the one that took off?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway, it was a great lunch. She did eventually ask David, can you tell me what an algorithm is? Which, what in the world? And none of us know. David's like, well, how much time have you got?
Nobody knows. It's provocative.
Nobody knows. It's provocative. My dad was like, Annette, you're 73. Why do you need to know what an algorithm is? But anyway,
I've spoken to people that work for Facebook who runs an algorithm, and
they don't even know. Okay. So. All right. Moving on. I did not have time to give David the link to this book, so don't buy it. Please, y'all, use my Amazon link. You don't know how much that helps me when you use my Amazon link. People are like, why do we have to use your Amazon link? Well, I'll tell you. Because you have to stay active as an influencer in Amazon's influencer program. Okay? You have to stay active in it. And if nobody's using my link, then they're going to say, Melissa, you're not doing anything and we're going to kick you out. So I'm going to pull this up and David is going to try to get y'all the link. Because this book right here is a roller coaster. Now, y'all know I have Kindle Unlimited. Okay. This is not a Kindle Unlimited book. I paid for it like a sucker. I paid for it because I was going on a cruise and I wanted something good to read. And I'm going to tell y'all what, it is amazing. I have not finished it yet. I'm at 88% done of the book. So I have a very small section left. It is so good. It is called, I'll put this up. Heal for me, heal for you. Have y'all read this? Has anybody read it? Kill for me, kill for you. Oh, David went and got the link for me. Y'all get it, please.
Kill for me, and I'll kill for you.
Y'all, please get this and use my link so they know I'm active. Even though you deleted some of your items from your store. I couldn't find your romper and bodysuit that you bought a while back. I was looking for it on your store. Okay, I'll tell them to put it back. That's the best I can do for you right now. The link is up. Kill for me, kill for you. Oh my gosh, go put it in your cart right now. It is so good. It is a roller coaster of a ride. I'll give you a brief synopsis because on TikTok, I hate it when people explain a book for a really long time. There's a woman who had a tragedy. There's another woman who had a tragedy. They decide, what if we killed the person for each other? And over here, there's a serial killer. How are they all combined? I'm not going to tell you. Or even, are they all combined? So good. Go put it in your cart right now. If you're looking for, and I want to tell you something, it's good for the winter, like winter cozy, like fall. So get it right now. Put it in your cart. Okay. Y'all, I don't have any movies. We haven't been to any. I don't have any podcast. I'm listening to something different in my car right now. So I got nothing on those.
Just
and we've
that
been on
rattle?
here for 31 minutes.
Just the rattle.
Just the rattle in my car is
That's
all
all
I'm
you're
listening to. Actually, just the air blowing on 100% in the back seat. We can't turn it off. We don't know why.
I told you I can pull out that fuse, but there's a good chance it won't come back on if I do.
In the back seat? Nobody rides back there. You guys, I know I look terrible today, but I really do truly want to invite you to my webinar that's happening today at 2 o'clock Central Standard Time. And it's happening tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. It's absolutely free. And I really know in my heart that you would enjoy it. I have worked on this webinar. I have prayed about this webinar. And I'm going to deliver you 3 concrete steps, action steps that you can begin to take today to shift your mind and change your perspective and the way you look at your life. Well, my life isn't going well. Well, my life, you don't know the story about my life. I know that there is good in every single thing. Now, your life may be shattered right now, but that's what's so beautiful about stained glass. It's all the broken pieces that God has put back together to make something beautiful. And if you are looking for that in your life right now, let me show you how. The link is up right now. Just click the link, choose whichever webinar you want to come to, and sit there for 45 minutes and listen, and then go back home and put those steps into place. And your life and your viewpoint will change.
It's going to be really good. I promise you will not be.
And I'm going to have on makeup when I do it. And I'm going to be wearing a bra. And I'm going to tell you some information. And I'm going to try not to say y'all.
I know she didn't say anything about your hair. Are you going to do something to your hair too?
I'm going to wash it. Okay. We're going to start there.
Hey, thank you so much for spending some time with us on the Radke Show. Every Monday through Thursday, 8:30-ish Central Time, YouTube and Facebook. It's always on YouTube, but it's been on Facebook for the last little bit as well. Thank you if you're watching live or on replay, and we hope to see you at the webinar this afternoon.
And if you have a link to send me, Miss Pat, you can send it to melissa@melissaradke.com. We'd love to know what you're watching, what you're listening to. Be back tomorrow for some of our favorites. Bye.
See ya.